Hello everyone, welcome back to Small Talk. It's been a long time since I have recorded a video, but today was eminent for me to record a video because of the beautiful Tesla earnings that we witnessed today. We understand that Tesla had a robotaxi event in early October, and everybody was anticipating for the robotaxi event to be parabolic and give us something to be excited about. In my opinion, the robotaxi event was very nicely put together. It was more of a vision show off than a business show off. So, for vision point of view, it was very visionary. It was looking at the future. I loved their robotaxi models. I also liked the van, which could carry 20 to 25 people, I believe it was. Their robots were kind of a little funny. I didn't like them very much, but again, that's just the vision that Elon Musk has for the future. Um, the fact the robotaxi went very smooth was very well expected, in my opinion. However, people were anticipating for Elon Musk to announce Model 2 mid 30K range vehicles, low cost vehicles, which did not come out of his mouth, and everybody was disappointed. The thing that he was missing, he did not put together the show in a very well organized from a business point of view. The people who were looking at the robotaxi event, they were hoping that he will demonstrate a little bit more. Like, for example, he should have showed how the app would work. He should have showed, uh, given them a better answer to when we should expect the robotaxi. Though he said early 2026, but I think it would take another 3 years at least for the robotaxis to be up and running. The fact that he did not mention anything about the low cost electric vehicle was also a disappointment for the Wall Street. I still thought the robotaxi event was overall, I think it was fine. It was very visionary. I loved every aspect of it. I watched it very closely. It was short and sweet, however, a little disappointing for those who want to make quick bucks in the market. I think he did this on purpose because Elon Musk has a habit of being underdog at times, and then he just takes the world by the surprise, and that's exactly what he did in today's earning. Every since the last the last quarter deliveries were lower, and they were not doing very well. They've been cutting prices of their vehicles, and the stock has been running sideways for like more than 3 years now. It hasn't improved anything. Everybody was expecting the earnings to be lower today, the deliveries to be lower today, but Elon Musk caught everybody by a surprise. I was not very surprised. I was hoping this event to be better than most of the Wall Street was expecting. However, I didn't bet any money on this just in case, because you'll be surprised with the Tesla and Elon Musk. Anything is possible. But I had a gut feeling that this event is going to go fine. I almost bought some shares this morning just to play earning, but then I just held myself back because I have very little bit of money left, and I just don't want to invest that money until at the end of October. We're almost at the end of October, but you know what I mean, right before Halloween or around Halloween time, right before election time. The fact that the earnings, even though the revenue was a little shy, the margins were great, and that's what the market looks at. It basically, everybody was, it's like the headwind, tailwind. So the top and bottom line. The bottom line is, regardless of how much cost Elon Musk has been cutting on his electric vehicles, underlying fact is that their costs are also coming down. Not just the production cost, but also the cost of the raw material is coming down, which means their cost are their production is very cost effective, and their cost is under control and profitable, despite the fact that they've been cutting prices on their vehicles for almost 2 years now. Also, he announced that that a cost-effective vehicle is going to be introduced in early 2025, which is only a few months away. That's very exciting. Lots of people are looking forward to it, and I think the reason why he didn't make any announcement in his robotaxi October 10th event of any of the low cost vehicle was probably because he didn't want his current models sale to decline because of this. So he's not going to introduce any vehicle until it's very close to being to go under production process, and that's when he's going to show some kind of design of the new vehicle, which is a mid 30K range vehicle. And the majority of the public, the majority of the buyers fall into that range. Right now, the Tesla is considered to be a luxury vehicle, but I think not everybody is able to afford it or buy it. So people would be happier to buy the the new model that Elon Musk is going to introduce because majority of the buyers fall into that category. Elon Musk, I watched his earning call very closely, though I was driving all day long today, but in between, during my driving, while I was driving and running errands, I had my AirPods on. I was listening to the earning call very closely. Sometimes I wouldn't understand, so I had to go back and revisit some of the points that he was making. He made a very strong point that at this time in the electric vehicle market, Tesla is the only manufacturer, the EV company who is profitable. And I started thinking to myself, let me think. And I was looking at all the companies that are producing electric vehicle, and at least in North America, I don't think any. And he was right. No other company is profitable. Tesla is the only company that's not only making profit, but is exceeding profit. He also gave an outlook for the next year, and he said the next year outlook shows that there is going to be a slight increase in the production, which even the slight increase means at least 10%. His 10% production growth is a huge. Also, he said that he is going to expedite the Shanghai Gigafactory as well, which is if that factory is up and running and they start producing, of course, the delivery number is going to be much higher. They have enough cash flow to run the company. This company is very profitable, and Elon Musk, with so many new products in the pipeline, makes it very exciting and makes it very profitable for the company. And I feel like the stock. So what's going to happen to the stock? If I compare it to most of the other EVs, at least in North America, Tesla is at least 5 to 10 years ahead of every other electric vehicle manufacturer company. I'm not sure about China. I know China is way ahead of everybody in the EV market. As far as the profit is concerned, I don't know if their NIO and Xpeng and all those companies are profitable right now. I do have small exposure to those company shares as well. I do hold some stocks of NIO and some stocks of Xpeng, Alibaba, etc. So I was exposed to it a little bit. I never sold their stocks. I bought them about 3 years ago, and I'm still holding because the stocks basically crashed. So I'm just waiting for them to recover at this point. And now that China has dispersed their stimulus check into the economy, the stocks are doing much better now, and they have started to go up. And I have a hope that in the next year or so I'll recover my money from the crash that I faced. Um, as far as North America is concerned, yes, Elon Musk is correct. I have not found any company which is profitable, EV company that's profitable in this time and age. If you can put your finger on one, please do share in the comment section below. So what to do with the stock at this time? I think should we short it or sell or buy put options? Absolutely not. I never short any stock. I hate short sellers. I don't do put options. I don't play options, period. I'm a very simple, straightforward investor who just buys stocks, holds them, and sells them depending on what I want to do with my money. So, but those of you who do play options, please don't play any put option. Don't short the stock. Absolutely not. A couple of years ago, it was time for you to short stock. Well, not a couple of years ago, 6, 7, 8 months, maybe a year ago, when the stock was crashing. There was no exciting news. There was no new products announced in the pipeline, and there was nothing to look forward to in the short term. I mean, long term, Tesla is always a winner. And Elon Musk is very visionary. He always has something in his head and he's thinking of new ideas every day. So long term, I have never been disappointed on Tesla. But short term, sure, there are some hiccups along the way, which is very common for the company when they're introducing new technology, when they're introducing new vision that they have. It takes time for that vision to put into perspective and to put into a, to practice basically. And that's what's happening to companies. So if you are a trader and you think you can time the market on a day-to-day basis or week-to-week basis, go for it. I am a long-term investor. As Kathy would say, 3 to 5, she says 5 years time horizon. I would say 5 to 10 year time horizon. So I'm basically investing for my retirement. Sometimes I do small trades here and there with somebody else's money, like my children's money, if they have any money sitting on the side, or maybe my siblings' money. I just put that and I trade it for them so they can make some profit without telling them. If they lose, I don't tell them. I just give them their money back. But if they win, I just give them a surprise. Say, look, I invested your cash, and this is how much profit you made. But overall, I'm just a long-term investor. I am saving money, so when I retire, I have enough to enjoy my life as I get older. So I'm not a burden on my kids. So Tesla, so that being said, Tesla has never disappointed me. There are lots of other stocks that I hold. I have a very large portfolio. Someday I will just go over my portfolio and I tell you where I'm losing, where I'm winning. That's part of the game. You don't always win and you don't always lose either. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. As long as overall you're making money, you're in good shape. Um, so in the short run, I would say absolutely don't short the stock. Don't buy any put options. Those times are long gone. That boat has already sailed. You could have done this about 6 months to 8 months ago, maybe a year ago, when the stock was literally going sideways and going down. There was no profit. They were cutting the cost. The deliveries were messed up. That was the time to buy put options and short the stock, and you could have made some money, but this is not the time. Should you hold the stock? Absolutely, you should hold it. The stock is going to go up in the short term and long term. As I said, I have lots of expectations and hopes with Tesla. This company is not going to go anywhere. Even if Elon Musk leaves the company, I would like him to stay because the company does mostly well because people have faith and trust in Elon Musk. But even if he does leave, I think it's so far ahead of the game from other EVs that it will still do better than all the other EVs for a long time. It's like when Steve Jobs left, was no longer the CEO of the company. Everybody thought that Apple is going to go down the drain, but that didn't happen. It's look at where Apple has gone after Steve Jobs, because Apple was way ahead of the game, and then all the other companies can never catch up to them. Similarly, I think Tesla is at least 5 to 10 years ahead of the EV's game, and no one's gonna catch up to them. If Elon Musk stays with the company, it'll be better for the company. But even if he leaves, I think we're still good for a long period of time. So I am sticking with the company. I still have all my shares. I haven't sold even single one of them. As I mentioned before, I'm waiting for the election. I might buy some more shares, not necessarily Tesla because I think it's going to go up in price by then, but some of the other stocks that I wanted to expose myself to, and make some like a small swing trade maybe for a couple of weeks, buy before the election, sell after the election, because stocks usually tend to go up after election unless I'm very unlucky, and that doesn't happen. This is not a personalized financial advice. Please don't make your decisions based off of this video because I am giving you what my perspective, and I'm just telling you what I am going to do. And the money that I invest in the stock market, that's extra money that I don't need in the short term. So that's the money that I'm willing to lose. Always remember, there's never a guarantee in stock market. So you could lose big and you can win big sometimes, depending on what your risk tolerance is and what kind of investments you make. I am very high risk investor, so my portfolio is extremely high risk portfolio. And if you look at it, you'll go crazy. But I don't mind taking a risk. To me, that's just entertaining. I have very tough stomach for this. Again, I am holding it, and my advice to everybody else would be not a personalized financial advice, of course, but in general, I think you should hold the stock if you can. Should you buy it? If you believe in the company in the next 5 to 10 years and you think it's a technology company and you think it's going to be an AI and robotic taxi, ride hailing, and you believe in all those things are going to happen, you should buy the stock. Let's say if you don't have enough exposure to the stock, or you have no exposure to the stock and you want to get into this game, you should buy in. But I would suggest wait, because right now the stock is going to be very hyped up after that. These earnings is going to go up for few days, if not weeks. And you don't want to jump into this boat now. You should wait for it to for the stock to pull back a little, and then maybe you can expose yourself to Tesla. Um, so if you have faith in it in the long term, definitely go ahead and buy Tesla. But if you are looking for a short swing trade or day trade, not a good idea, because the stock has already gone up 12% after hours since the earning. So for you to catch up, and if you make, and then of course, after market, usually when the stock market opens up in the morning, when the stock goes up so much in the aftermarket, in the morning, usually it pulls back. So if you're going to do a day trade, maybe for a few pennies, I think you can still make money tomorrow morning. But be very wise and be very smart. Make decisions based off of your own financial situation. Please don't use the money that's your emergency fund or that's there for other purposes. Only put that money on a bet if you're willing to lose that money, because that could happen, that you could jump in and you feel in the fear of missing out and FOMO in this stock, and then next thing you know, the stock's coming down because people would try to take some profit. People who stock was at $212 today, and then it went up to 200, almost $240. So people who bought in, they're probably going to sell in the morning and try to take some profit. So the stock could pull back again. But it might go back up. As I said, there's going to be lots of fluctuation. It's mostly gonna go up for the next couple of days, if not more. Um, but I'm guessing at least for a week or so it will go up. I just checked the stock market future. The stock market future go up since Tesla has announced its earning. This was one of the first those so-called Magnificent Seven companies in the stock market who announced their earning. So the market is looking at the other other than the Magnificent Six left companies for them to announce their earning. But we know that all these big companies, Apple, Tesla, Meta, Google, all these companies, they basically drive the market. So Tesla announcing these earnings and this profitable margin call has an impact on the market. So the futures are already rising. I am very hopeful for Tesla. I am going to hold my stocks until after the election. My goal was, I've mentioned this before, 295, 300, at least before I start selling some and start taking some profit. If this event brings the stock up to $300, which I don't think it's gonna, because we have a long way to go, because stock lost a lot of money since the robotaxi event. Everybody was so disappointed. So it kind of went down a lot, even though it went up 12% today, but it's still not at where it was before the robotaxi event. So I don't know if it's going to go up to 295 in the short term, but sure, in the long term, in next couple of months, it might go up to that point, and I will sell the stock and take some profit. Um, I would definitely try to keep posting the videos to give you guys an update and my perspective on the stock market. The other stock I would like to talk about is Palantir. Palantir has been doing great. I was not lucky enough to be able to invest in Palantir, because when Palantir crashed, it went down to I think $19 not too long ago, a few weeks ago. I didn't have any money to invest in it, so I didn't. I wish I had some money to buy in. I would have doubled my money already, but I wasn't lucky enough. I'm waiting for it to pull back again, and maybe I'll just try to expose myself to this stock as well. If you invested, congratulations. The stock is doing great. And we know that they had, I'll make a separate video on Palantir, because Palantir is one of the companies that fascinates me. When they first IPO'd, it was at $9 and I wanted to buy it. It went up to $12 and I kept waiting it to fall down. But I just never had the opportunity to get into it. It never hit my price target. Then when parabolic, it was like 39 $4 share, and then it crashed and went really low. So I was scared to invest in that stock at that moment, because it was a fairly new company. And then once it started recovering, there was no stopping of Palantir. But then when it recovered again and I wanted to invest in it, I ran out of cash. I didn't have any money to invest in this stock. Nvidia is another one that I had wanted to invest in so bad. But both of these stocks fell very, very low. Nvidia went down to $92 about a month ago, I think, or 5 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. And Palantir went down to like $19 or $17. But at the time, I didn't have any money to invest in them. Had I put some cash away at the moment at that time, I would have bought into these two stocks and I would have made some very quick money within a month period. So I would make separate videos on Palantir and Nvidia if you guys are interested. But I wanted to make a small quick update on Tesla. It's very exciting. The Tesla is going to keep going up. It's going to have some pullbacks because people will take profit as it goes up. But I think Tesla is good until Elon Musk announced something ridiculous again. But I don't think he would do this because he's been giving us so many negative news in the past and disappointing us so much that those days are gone. But people were just saying Tesla is done, Tesla is doomed. And today, when they announced earning, even the bears, the short seller had, they didn't know what to say at that time because nobody was expecting the margins to be so great. Nobody was expecting their deliveries to beat the last quarter's delivery because everybody thought their deliveries were below expectations, so they're not gonna beat them this quarter either. But it caught everybody by the surprise, and now the entire market is bullish on Tesla as we speak. So I think for next few weeks, Tesla is gonna keep running. If it goes to 300, my original target or 295, I would definitely take some profit because I don't want to keep money in there because then it's gonna come down again. I think I will buy back in once it comes down. If it doesn't hit 295, 300, I will keep it. I will hold it until it reaches my price target. If it goes higher, it's even better. So please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It's 10 o'clock at night. I was so busy all day. I couldn't record the video earlier. I just finished my last errand for the day and I'm sitting here in my basement recording this video because everybody else in my house is sleeping right now, so I don't want to disturb them. Give your thoughts in the comment section below. If you would like me to record video on Palantir and Nvidia, please let me know in the comment section and I will record video on those and I will give you my perspective. Anything that I said in this video is not personalized financial advice. It's my perspective. It's my take on Tesla. It's what I am doing in the Tesla for long term and short term. But please make your decisions based off of your own financial situation, your own tolerance to risk. I'm just notorious, as I've said before. Until next video, take care and good night.